What's going on, truck drivers? This is Trucking Life with Sean. I'm at the Love's truck stop waiting on a shower, and I thought I would share something with you. I had a few questions. Somebody asked me, why do I not work for Heartland Express no more? First off, this is a disclaimer. It's been a minute since I worked for Heartland Express. I worked for them back in 2017, I believe it was. I currently work for Rosale Transport. That's where I started at. At the beginning of my career, 15 years ago, back in 2008, right out of school, I went to work for Rosale Transport. I worked there 3.5 years, left, and then I went to work doing a few, other different types of jobs. I tried hot shots, I tried to do some local stuff, and then I found my way to Heartland Express, and I worked there for several years, and I didn't like it. So you want to know why I don't work for Heartland Express no more? And like I said, you may have a great experience. By no means am I cutting them down as a company. I'm just sharing my experience of me with Heartland and why I came back to Rosedale and why I'm not over the road with them anymore. Heartland Express, I know, I gave it a shot. I gave them 2 years. But I thought it might got better. I tried swapping my dispatchers. Nothing worked. It wasn't a good fit for me. So let me explain why. Heartland Express, they don't usually hire new students. They don't hire people, right out of school. They hire experienced drivers. They usually try to pay more money back then. I wasn't making a lot, and then I went to them. They paid me a little bit more, so I'm not sure what they're paying now. But when I worked 2017, the cent per mile was a lot more than what I was used to making. So it was very desirable, I guess you could. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it was very interesting to go there. It seemed like the grass would be greener. I was tired of doing hot shots. I wanted to get back into over the road, being legal, and actually sleeping in a real truck instead of sleeping in a pickup truck. So I went back with them, and at first I was fine. I felt good being back on the road and working for a legal company. Good things about them, I will go ahead and I'll be honest and I'll tell you. The good things are they got great equipment. They have terminals in every state. I was able to my truck was able to stay maintenance top notch, which was good. And they had a lot 90% drop and hook freight. Those are the positive things. The bad thing is my home time sucked, and I felt like I was a number there. The problem was they said they'd keep me out 14 to 21 days. At the time, I can't do that now. I mean, I like staying out of it a week, but back then, I needed the money, and that sounded all right. So 14 to 21 days, they said they start routing me home. Well, that didn't mean I was going to be home in 21 days. That'd be 28, 29, 35, and I never had no home time that was kind of really scheduled. I never know when I'd be. And making doctor's appointments was almost impossible. Making birthdays and stuff was impossible. Getting home certain days, impossible. And I felt like they didn't really care about me because I felt like I was a number. I called into my dispatcher. We didn't really have a great relationship, so I swapped to a different dispatcher, and I just couldn't get the miles. I couldn't get the miles versus the money. I was taking my 34-hour restart out on the road. Drivers, if you're taking your 34-hour restart on the road, you're with the wrong company. If you're out there constantly, months at a time, unless you like living that lifestyle and they're paying you a lot of money, I don't think it's worth it. That's why I'm with Rosale Transport. I'm going to give you my link. If you look at the description of this video, I'm going to give you their phone number. Also, I'll give you my email address. Shoot me an email and let me know your contact information, and I will recommend you to a few different companies, including the one I work for now. With Rosedale, I'm home every week. I get home and do my 34-hour restart at home. I make my doctor's appointments. I'm a diabetic, and I'm never missing my doctor's appointment. They get me home, every single one of them. I hadn't had to miss a birthday for my kids in a while now because I always make sure that I'm there or close to it. I didn't make my son's birthday last August, but I was there the day before. So, they get me there close, and I can communicate with them. The good thing about Rosale Transport, like I said, I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. I'm just shooting you the facts. The good thing about them is the management is truck drivers. Used to be truck drivers. Like, I know when I first started, the safety director right now, when I was at Rosale Transport, came in, and I'd already been driving for a few years. He was a new driver right out of school. I left, come back, now he's the safety director. So he knows what it's like to drivers be on the road, and I appreciate that. That helps out a lot. Also, what matters is that the director of the over dispatch, the operations manager, his name is Chris. What's cool about him is Chris Dill's his name. He was the owner operator with Rosedale and a driver. When I started, he come in, become a dispatcher. Now he's the operations manager over everything, which is cool. Somebody you can go to. All the dispatchers there are ex-drivers. which I think means a lot. So they can understand the situation that you're in. It's a small company. They got about 150 trucks. So if you're an experienced driver, you need to hook up with them. They're really good. I recommend them. If you're a new driver, they do hire people right out of school. But back to Heartland. Heartland had a thing where they did a lot of relays. So I was running a couple hundred miles up to a place, stop, and then I'd wait on a relay, and then it might be 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm leaving, doing 200 or 300 miles. And I know there's a lot with trucking, but with Rosale, I'm just babied, man. It's just like my schedules, I can get on a regular schedule. It changes up a little bit, but I get kind of choose my runs, and it's just, man, it gives me a lot of freedom. So to answer your question, why I'm not with Heartland Express no more, Rosale Transport, big dog. Anyway, check out the description below. Hope that answered your question. It's Trucking Life with Sean. Let's get it.